Be wary of night? Yep, that's the plan.
I am the Black Knight.
You got the power. You got the might.
No way.
Get ready for battle.
Give me your money.
Beat the Black Knight.
Champion.
You got the power. You got the might.
No way.
Get ready for battle.
Give me your money.
Beat the Black Knight.
Tough enemy ahead? I hear you, game. Ah, I enjoy a good pinball. Don't you enjoy a good pinball? My favorite table is Earthshaker, for the record. Love me some Pat Lawler designs. Anyway, last time on I Played a Thing, Dark Souls Prepare to Die edition, I made an absolute dog's breakfast of pretty much everything I attempted, but I did meet Zigmeyer and Andre downstairs, and we also met Sir Lautrec of Karim. Helped him out of a little jam. And now, I think I'm going to take a little time to get the rest of Andre's dialogue and then see if I've got enough cash on hand for a couple of equipment upgrades.
Well, hello again. You seem to be doing all right. Need anything forged?
Well, let's have a chat first.
There are two types of weapon forging. There's reinforcement and there's ascension. Reinforcement is simple. It strengthens the weapon and nothing more. A simple task for any blacksmith. Hell, you could even do it yourself with a smith box. But ascension's a finer art. It alters a weapon's properties. Ascension is the territory of we blacksmiths. A smith box just won't do the trick. Start out with reinforcement. When that loses its charm, you can consider ascension. As you've noticed, this land is flush with the mad and wicked. You won't make it through the night without employing my services.
What he has to say about reinforcement and ascension is rather important, actually. As he mentions, you can do ascension yourself at a bonfire, as long as you have a smith box and the required ore. But once you've reinforced your weapon up to a certain level, you need a blacksmith to bump it up to the next level, whether that's infusing it with an element, or just moving it up to the next level of reinforcement. And in order to do that, we're going to have to bring blacksmiths, like Andre, embers. They can only reinforce weapons up to a certain point, and they need embers to help you ascend them, and right now we don't have any, so I think we'll only be able to get Andre's help up to a certain point, which, if I recall offhand... Actually, you know what, I'm not sure what it is off the top of my head, but we'll find out eventually.
You can forge armor just like you do weapons. Forging armor is even easier than forging weapons. Whether you forge weapons or armor first, well, that's up to you. But nobody wants to see you go hollow. So whatever you do, you'd better do it well.
Andre's a good dude.
You forge it with him, but no, so...
Well, it looks like that's all he's got to talk about for the moment, so let's see if we can level up this here halberd a little bit. I'm not gonna level up the heater shield right away, because I think, well, I'm hoping I can get a better a better shield sooner than later. But I'm gonna use this halberd for at least the next boss fight, so we'll level that up as much as funds will allow right now. And you can see in the upper right-hand corner, each level that we upgraded costs 200 souls, along with a certain amount of Titanite. Our first 2 reinforcements required 1 Titanite each, the next one is going to take 2. And we could take it one more level with 200 souls, because it'll take up our last 2 Titanite. But we're just shy of the right amount, so I'm just going to grab a quick 30 souls from something, and then I'll come back and do one more.
Don't get yourself killed. Neither of us want to see you go hollow.
Thanks, Dre. Just do a quick run across the bridge and kill one of the hollows there. That should be sufficient. Really hoping I play with a touch more aplomb today. Oh shit, everything's dead. Yeah, apparently I had not had a seat at the bonfire since the last time I was through here. Well, we can kill this Balder Knight, shouldn't be a problem. And as noted by GTF, their shields are actually really quite good. Haha, speak of the devil! Oh, I am pleased with that. I'll still see if I can get the Black Knight shield, but if not, the Balder shield is not a bad compromise. I'd actually kind of prefer to have the Black Knight shield, just because it's a little easier to upgrade in a sense. Weapons that go along the standard upgrade path, you need Titanite shards, then large Titanite shards, then Titanite chunks, which are sometimes hard to come by, and then Titanite slabs, which are often very hard to come by. Whereas the Black Knight shield upgrades with Twinkling Titanite, and all you ever need for that is more and more units of Twinkling Titanite, and that can be purchased. Whereas, while standard and large Titanite shards can be purchased, chunks and slabs never can be. So all you have to do is keep spending to level up Twinkling Titanite stuff. But yeah, the Balder shield is actually pretty good, and if push comes to shove, it will be able to carry me through to the time that I get my first really tanky shield.
Well, hello again. You seem to be doing all right. Need anything forged?
For the moment, I'm just gonna put a little more into that sweet halberd of mine. And as you can see, the ore cost of going up to the next level would be 3 Titanite shards. So that just gets more and more demanding. But our halberd is
Don't get yourself knife.
a good deal better than when we started. And you know, I have a little bit of humanity, but not too many souls, so I think what I'm gonna do is go activate that dragon bonfire and maybe take another crack at that Black Knight before we move on to the next boss fight type situation. See if I can get myself that shield that I so desire. Oh, and once again, I actually forgot to rest at the bonfire. Well, if that's the dumbest thing I do today, then I'm really not in that bad shape compared to my last video's performance. Well, I should actually stop for a moment and take a look at that Balder shield. Actually, why don't I put that on if I have the strength to use it? Which I do. Nice. And it is an immediate improvement in my stability. A substantial improvement, in fact. So yeah, I should definitely be wearing that. Shield of the Knights of the Ancient Kingdom of Baldur. Tweaked for improved stability, Baldur was the home of Night King Rendel, but the kingdom was reduced to ruins after a widespread outbreak of undead. Given the general quality of their arms and armor, Baldur and Night King Rendel must have been pretty impressive, but apparently they're long gone, leaving only some hollow knights in their wake. Damn shame. But on the bright side, that knight won't be needing this anymore. Nice big shield. Am I losing my quick roll? As a matter of fact, I am. I gotta lighten up a little. That's not lighter. Got anything lighter than this? Nope. Off with the waistcloth. You can see that I'm doing quite a bit more damage with my upgraded halberd. Just straight up one-shotting these guys with an L1. Get down here. Whoa! Hello, friend. That's enjoyable, that is. I'm gonna go activate that other bonfire before I try messing with the knight. I remember you. You were a real pain in my ass. Well, so far I seem to be handling myself considerably more competently. Yay for that. Hey, spear guy! Whoopsie. Hey, spear guy! I'm gonna get you set on fire! Alright then. What I actually need to do here is, actually I'm going to get behind the further up barricade, just to give myself a little more safe space. And if I just hang out here for a while without actually baiting the fire anymore, as I mentioned in my caption last time, that's when the dragon should come down and, come looking for me. And that'll let me sprint on by. That's what I was waiting for. Sorry, no time to play. I'm going. And that should make him bail out soon enough. Well, can't reach me. Nope. Nope, sorry. Oh, you're just gonna keep doing that, huh? What if I run through over here? Oh dear! That's not what we want. These hollows here, they're completely harmless. And you can kill them if you really want, but all they'll do is stand there and genuflect or whatever. Try holding with both hands. Well, yeah, it does look like he's kind of miming against the invisible wall there. Not quite sure what that's about. Did that dragon leave? Yes, he did. Okay, there's one other thing here. If we go up here and Oh wait, that's right. You have to have a certain amount of co-op or a certain amount of faith in order to actually use this statue here. But if you have enough faith, or if you have a combination of faith and co-op sessions, then you can come to this statue and join Solaire's crew, the Warriors of Sunlight. Pretty nice covenant. Just like the Way of White, it's handy for co-op. And it can also, it can also get you some fairly nice rewards if you level up in it. Let's go ahead and line up. Not enough for a level, but that's okay. And from here, I can open this gate, which will lead us into the alley where the boar was. I'm not going to mess around with this crew right now. I've got a knight to drop, hopefully. You got the power. You got the might. No way! Yeah, that's exactly what I want as your shield. And wow, this leveled up halberd is really helping. Missed the backstab, but that's okay. I'm doing pretty well here. That was satisfying. Did not get his shield, but I got a chunk, and that's nothing to complain about. As I mentioned, chunks are not a thing you can buy, and they're somewhat annoyingly uncommon drops. Indeed, I did it. So anything that wants to give me a chunk, I'll take it. And having picked up a Baldur shield definitely takes a little of the sting out of not having a Black Knight shield, even if it means I'll have a little more trouble with my upgrading. But it's not gotta last me forever, that's another thing. It's only gotta last me long enough to get my first great shield. Because in the end, since I don't parry, and I just want as much stability as I can get, a great shield is the shield for me. Oh, you jerk. What the... The fuck hit me? Did I get shot from there? Seriously, I did not even see what did that. Ah, hell with it. From here, it should not be too taxing to recover my souls. Just have to use a little discretion. Not forget about that jerk. Yeah, I'm talking about you. Wow, I really spectacularly messed that up. I'm gonna take it out on Shield Guy here. What you got for me? Just a waistcloth. That's better. Nobody likes your style, crossbow. Whoops. Not wise to keep forgetting about various people who are going to try and kill me. We'll go in the front way. Oh, I see I've got another humanity. That's always a nice bonus. No more sneaky Pete's around here? Okay. We'll just deal with these ballers. Check it out, I'm your shield twin. I see you in there. I've got a trick for your parry stance now. You know, this is a... I haven't kept careful count, but I believe this is my 5th time through the game. Never before this run had I ever figured out you could kick those guys out of their parry stance. Fun times. Alright. Just gonna go get some more goodies from Dre, and then we'll proceed on to the next big battle. Today's a good day so far. Hopefully in saying so I have not jinxed it. Wow, lots of messages. I can't take this. I don't know, I'm having a good day. Even work wasn't particularly terrible today. Oh yeah, I did find another job. It's, much higher stress and about a 50% pay cut from my last job, but, well, it's a paycheck. At the very least it will do until something better comes along. At least I'm not in danger of being unable to pay my share of the rent with any great speed. Have a little rest. Leveling up some more wouldn't be a bad idea, but for the moment I'm going to focus on getting my equipment as good as I can get it right now without an improved Ember.
Well, hello again. You seem to be doing all right. Need it?
Yes, Andre, I do. Shields fall under the weapon category, by the way. They are not armor. We're gonna improve my baller shield. And then we are going to buy some Titanite. Okay, I wasn't sure, so I didn't want to say anything because my memory of this point of the game is not great, but yeah, it's what I was thinking might be the case. +5 is the highest you can reinforce any of your standard Titanite gear from the beginning. And modify weapon is the way to ascend it, but as the game indicates, and as I mentioned earlier, we'll need an Ember for that. I actually could get Andre's first Ember right now, but I'm gonna hold off. Alright, so, okay, we're gonna need 2 Titanite shards for the next level on the baller shield. We'll go ahead and make that purchase. Oh wait, I can only afford 1 right now. We'll go ahead and grab it. Keep our souls low. You don't have anything new to say, do you?
Well, you need. This is the old church. It was abandoned in favor of the church that you passed through. There are paths leading from here to 2 forbidden plains, Sen's Fortress and the Darkroot Garden. They attract all sorts of lunatics. No one as cultured as yourself. It's fine to be undead, but keep a level head.
Aw, he called us cultured. I like you, Andre.
Sen's Fortress is an old proving grounds built by the ancient gods. It is the only route leading to the great Anor Londo. Of course, most fools can't even find their way into that fortified death trap. But they won't stop trying. Kick that bumbling Saronian.
Oh, Andre, I know you mean well, but I really wish you wouldn't talk shit about poor Ziggy. Yeah, Sin's Fortress is that building with the big gates that Zigmeyer is sitting around in front of. I'm not sure why he thinks it'll just open if he sits there long enough, but Ziggy's still our onion, bro.
I know little of the Darkroot Garden, although I've heard rumors of a divine blacksmith who resides there. Those who get stumped in the Catacombs seek him for divine weapons.
After we finish up with the Undead Parish, I think Darkroot Garden is probably going to be my next stop. I don't have to do it at that point, but it's a good time. I'll be right around the right strength and be well equipped for it after the parish, so yeah, we'll pick up some good loot and some decent soul harvesting there.
I know little of the dark, although those who...
Okay, once again, we've exhausted Andre for now.
I'll be seeing you then. Be careful out there.
Will do, boss. So let us see if I can humanize myself and then get through the parish. Oh, hello, floating sign. Try magic indeed. So I was saying, let's have a rest. And I'm going to make myself human and kindle this up, and we'll see if I can get to the next boss fight without getting myself invaded. Should be interesting. Ah, Salad, you're looking much heartier. Up goes the flame, and up goes our Maximum Estus. Good deal. Now, as I mentioned before, at the top of the Undead Parish, or at the top of the church itself, I should say, is the first Bell of Awakening, which is our immediate goal right now. So I just have to see if I can get up there and beat the boss without falling victim to the enemies or to any players who might want to put an end to my humanized wanderings. Hey, someone left a summon sign. That there white mark on the ground looks like a message, only it's glowing white. That is a summon sign. Oh, lots of them. Got Nemo and Warned Bump. That's a magical name, so I'm going to go ahead and bring him. If I can. Oh, I see various fog doors around. I don't know if that means I'm being invaded, but it is a distinct possibility. Bump, you gonna come through? It's quiet. Too quiet. Summoning failed. Okay, never mind. Well, it looks like if someone was trying to invade, that must have failed as well. Well, if nothing else, there's an NPC summon waiting for us up near the top. That's why I went human, because I want to make sure I bring him along for all the fun. Hey, no one said you could do that. No drinking on the job. It's not very knightly. Hi, guys. I remember you. You don't have a channeler. That means you are fodder. Not really necessary to go fight the other baller down the corridor. I just want to get to this fight, get it done with before someone pops into my game and decides to murder me. Be wary of demon? Yes. And we've got our next boss here guarding the first Bell of Awakening. And it can be a bit of a troublemaker, so I want to give myself a little extra edge here. In the form of the gold pine resin. These guys do not like lightning. No, they do not. Night Solaire. Yep, our good buddy Sunbro. The NPC co-op AI is not particularly good in this, and not very aggressive, so he probably won't do a lot of useful attacking on our behalf. But all he needs to do is provide a little of a distraction and draw some of the aggro, and that'll make him worth his weight in gold. Well, there's the bell tower, but those statues are a little bit suspicious, don't you think? Let's resin up. Now you can cut this guy's tail off to get an axe. You notice his tail looks like an axe. But I'm not that worried about it, because I'm not going to be using axes. Now, like the Man-Eater in Demon Souls, although not nearly as hard, when you get this guy down to about half health, he gains a buddy. And that's when you want to finish him off quickly. Like so. Because dealing with two of these guys at once is no fun at all. Oh, I did get his helmet. His buddy's pretty similar, only he doesn't have the axe tail and he can breathe fire. The fire breathing is what makes him really dangerous if he's providing backup. Sweet. Got the twin humanities as a nice little bonus there. And the sunlight medal we got from Solaire. If you defeat a boss in the company of a warrior of sunlight, or if you are a warrior of sunlight, you get a sunlight medal as a reward. So doing co-op either with Sunbros or as a Sunbro, or Sunsis in Salad's case, is how you eventually level up in that covenant by turning in your medals. Anyway, that battle's nothing too horrible, as long as you take out the first guy quickly when the second one shows up. It can go really, really wrong in a hurry if you get sandwiched between the gargoyles. Just syncing up my sound a little there. Here. And up we go to the bell tower. Oh, one other note about sort of Dark Souls trivia. One thing I don't like about playing the PC version is that when I kill a boss I get that message, victory achieved. That was originally you defeated. And they patched that to make it a little less Englishy, but the console versions, in the latest patch, it's still you defeated. And frankly, I'd rather get you defeated. It just makes me feel special. I concur. That is quite a view, although Hope none of you folks have claustrophobia that gets triggered by polygons. Got a nice view of Sen's fortress over there. Ah, well, onward and upward. Fortunately, these additional gargoyles are not going to come to life on us. Pull the switch! Alrighty. And now that we have rung the first bell, we get to meet another new friend. When did you get here? And what's your sign say? Here. Okay, fair enough.
Greetings. I am Oswald of Kareem, the Power. Thou art a friend. For thee, a warm welcome. Cometh thou to confess? For to accuse? For indeed, all sin is my domain.
So Oswald, who comes from Kareem, just like Lautrec, is, as he says, a pardoner. And pardoners are servants of Velka, that goddess of sin that we briefly talked about earlier. With Oswald, you can request absolution if you've accumulated sin, which we shouldn't have at this point. Yep, no sin. Salad is an innocent. You can accumulate sin by killing NPCs, or just generally doing other naughty things. I think you can accumulate it by invading and killing other players. And being a sinner also makes you easier to invade by certain Covenant members. And so, requesting absolution, you have to pay a fee based on your soul level, and that will wipe your sin clean. And it will also reset the status of any NPCs that you've aggroed. So if you accidentally whack someone and get them pissed off at you, and you're not done buying shit from them or doing their quest line, you can always come back to Oswald and have him pacify them for a price. You can also abandon covenants without penalty here. Oh, and he's also got a very important gesture. Well, what is it? AKA, come at me, bro. Let's see what Ozzy's got for sale. Indictment's cheap, and that's something you can use to indict players that have invaded you. If you want to give them some sin and make their life a little more difficult. The Book of the Dilty? The fuck? The Book of the Guilty lets you see what kind of sin people have racked up by getting indicted. I don't think it's exactly their sin level, it's just how many times they've been God, I cannot talk. Anyway, lets you see how much they've been indicted. Really no point to having that. He's got a miracle for sale, quite an expensive one. Karmic Justice, which appropriately enough is a miracle associated with Velka. And if you get whacked hard, it'll do some damage back to your attacker. Nifty, but very expensive, and we're probably not going to be a big spellcaster. Velka's Talisman. The interesting thing about this talisman is, just like any talisman, it casts miracles, but whereas most talismans are effective based on your faith, just like it says here, the talisman is associated with your intelligence. It will not be as good as a high faith user with a high faith modifier talisman, But if you're a character with lots of intelligence and not very much faith, and you just want to cast a few miracles every now and then, it can be quite good for that. And here we have a few of the bite rings. The blood bite and poison bite rings. Despite the dreadful rumors surrounding its creation, this ring is an unmistakable asset in its ability to help prevent poison, or in this case, to help prevent bleeding. Those will just decrease your poison or bleed buildup, and, they come from Karim, like Oswald here, and like, Lautrec, and apparently they've got a dark history of some sort. We'll have to remember that name, Sir Arster of Karim, although I don't think we'll get any more background about these rings anywhere else in the game.
Stocking up on indictments? How honorable of you.
How sarcastic of you, Ozzy. Yeah, that's something that he says only if you've been buying indictments from him.
Greetings, and welcome back. I am pleased to see thee preserving my humanity.
Yeah, we don't actually get a talk option with him, so we can't pump him for information.
Thou art welcome any time. It is only human to commit a sin.
Oswald, you're a bit creepy, but I like you. Good for you. I did it too. Praise that sun. You see a lot of celebratory messages in boss rooms like this. People tend to leave them after they win. Need knight? I had one. His name was Solaire, and he was very handy. Alright, I'm gonna make a quick visit to Dre and have him finish leveling up our shield to +5. And then let's have a stop back at Firelink, see if any of our friends back in the shrine have anything to tell us. Now that we've gone and rang that bell. I do enjoy leaping downstairs. It's just one of those things that feels strangely satisfying in this game. But of course, every now and then it can kind of screw you, as you saw with my ridiculous run off the stairs and into the depths last episode. Not a proud moment, but at least an amusing one. Andre, you got a sign. Imminent blacksmith, no shit.
Well, hello again. You seem to be doing all right. Need anything forged?
I am. I'm doing pretty good, Dre. Okay, we need another Titanite. Now we're gonna need another 2. And for that last bump up to 5, we're gonna need another 3. Took a chunk out of the souls we got for the gargoyle, but still leaves us with some savings. And we've got a nicer shield.
I know little blow-through. Don't get yourself killed. Neither of us want to see you go.
Oh, I should show off that that new gesture we got. And you will immediately see why it's called Come At Me, Bro. What? Who wants some? Alright, we will take our handy elevator back down to Firelink. See if anyone's got any new dirt for us.
Oh, hello. I will teach you miracles. A promise is a promise, after all. I'm afraid that may be difficult, for our missions are sacred. I'm afraid that may be
Yeah, nothing new from Prince Adam here.
Come again. The effectiveness of the...
Sad Pants, how about you?
Why, what a surprise. I didn't expect you to make it. Oh, somebody rang the bell. Wait, was it you? You never give up, do you? I don't know how you do it. Well, don't stop now. Only one more. But it's going to be suicide.
What? You don't think I'm up to it? What? What are you trying to say?
Don't you ever think to forge your weapons? You better find a smith box soon. Unless you enjoy swinging about with blunt instruments.
I can buy the smith box whenever. No real hurry. Got easy access to Andre right now.
What's wrong? Get a bit of a scare out there? No problem. Have a seat and get comfortable. We'll both be hollow before you know it.
I don't like your attitude.
Well, what are you going to do? I've already decided. I don't really care. I'm simply crestfallen.
So that's why they call you the Crestfallen Warrior, huh?
How did that silly sorcerer's apprentice end up? You know, the one always prattling on about Master Logan. He left for the Undead Burg, but never came back. Serves him right. If even old Big Hat can't make it out there, what chance does he have? I hope he enjoys his new life as a hollow.
Well, as it turns out, that Sorcerer's Apprentice and his master Big Hat Logan are both doing better than Crestfallen here seems to think. We will be meeting them eventually.
Hmm? What now? I'm not up for chatting. Leave me alone.
Well, if you're gonna be like that. Toulouse, anything going on in your neck of the woods?
Well, where have you been? I'm glad to see you're safe. Have you heard of Trusty Patches? If ever a man has rubbed me up the wrong way, if he ever comes around again, I swear I'll have his hide.
Interesting thing about Patches, he's one of the few direct carryovers from Demon Souls. Again, someone we will encounter in time, but that's going to be a ways off.
You again. What is it? Our futures are murky. Let's not be too friendly now.
Well, you're a bit standoffish for someone I rescued from a cage in the church, but Whatever. We'll check in with you later. Yeah, I might as well spend some of those souls. Let's see. Always endurance. Yeah, we can only level up once. Well, actually, maybe not. I forgot I do have some consumable soul items. Might as well burn them. Nameless soldier, not worth too much. Large nameless soldier. Bit more. Maybe that's enough to get us two. Definitely want more endurance, and yes, that will be enough to get us... Let's pop a vitality. Get ourselves a bit more HP. I'll definitely want to pump up dexterity in the not-too-distant future and maybe get myself another attunement slot, but for now I think endurance and vitality are what I will benefit from the most. Okay, I've got not too many souls. So yeah, I think what I'm gonna do to wrap up the day is make another run on the Catacombs, see if I can't get my next halberd. The hell was that? Ah, I'm sure it's nothing. No Time for Skeletons. A children's book by Salad of... I don't know what country I'm from. What I know is, this is likely to get me killed, but it's worth a try. It's been a pretty good run, and I'm willing to have one really ignoble death. We already took care of that first lever, so we can go right on ahead and run for the door here. I think I know the route a little bit better this time. He said, hopefully. Make a run up here. Not waste my time with the Necromancer, and hopefully not get shot in the back by him like I did last time. Oh, so much for that hope. And I am in terrible condition, and I'm probably going to get killed by a goddamned army of skeletons. No, you don't. What I need here is to find somewhere I'm not in massive immediate danger so I can have a swig. That's so much better. Okay. Let's try this again. Try not to get hurt quite so much. Excuse me, sir. No, we don't want to go straight ahead like I did. Holy God! Whoa! Excuse me. Excuse me, excuse me. Salad coming through. Salad dropping dead. You know, that was honestly kinda close. I don't feel satisfied with that. We're gonna make another go of it. Yeah, that's lever 2. Well, something was accomplished. Okay, this bridge is what I just opened up. I gotta make a flying leap to that platform. Oh my god, that's not at all what was supposed to happen. Okay, on the bridge. Flying leap! Yeah! That's what I needed. Not far now. Okay, we go on this ledge. We hop down to another ledge. And we hop down to one more ledge. And... oh yeah! Suicide time! Let me just get back up to Andre's place, and then we can show off our new toy. I may look like a jerky golem, but I've got my bread and butter halberd for the rest of the game, I expect. Probably stick with my upgraded halberd for the moment until I can get enough souls to upgrade my new scythe as well. But yeah, we're gonna have lots of fun with that. Actually, let's try it out on this jump. The Great Scythe. Weapon with a long curved blade, converted from a wheat harvesting tool. The magnificent sharp curved blade instills fear in opponents. Perhaps it is their survival instinct at work. Yeah, I wouldn't want to tangle with this thing either. As you can see, it's a bit of a downgrade from our current weapon, but you see, even completely unupgraded, it's got a B rating in dexterity. So it'll scale very nicely as our dexterity stat increases, and if you look just below that, you'll see it also does bleed buildup. Very, very sweet. And it's also 1 unit of weight, whatever unit that is, 1 unit of weight lower than the halberd, so bonus. Salad, Reaper of Souls. Just for a quick look at the moveset, we've got overhead chops. They feel a little speedier than the Lucerne hammers. Not gonna bother with a direct comparison right now, but they definitely seem to come out a bit faster. And with our R2, we get a nice horizontal sweep, which we can combo. And like any halberd, it has a miss animation where you stagger a little if you don't hit anything with it. But as always, if we do make a hit with it, we keep our balance quite nicely. And the two-handed moveset is pretty much the same as the one-handed moveset. Except we do a little run-up with our R2. Rolling attack is just a big overhead chop. Get a nice broad swing with the backstep. And the running attack is another big sweep. But one of the fun things... Whoops, that's not what I intended. It's the backstab. We just shoved the whole scythe blade right through them. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. Took a couple of deaths, some justifiable, some stupid, in the Catacombs in order to bring this baby out. But the important thing is, I've got it now. It really has been a good day. Now, let me check the status of my equipment just to make sure I don't need to repair anything too badly. Scythe is still at full durability. The halberd's in decent shape. I'll keep that on for now. And shield's also in pretty good shape. That stuff's not worn down too bad at all. Didn't mean to equip that to my good hand. Whoops. Really being clumsy here. Alright. We've actually been quite productive today. I'm very pleased. And as always, I'm happy you joined me. This is thanking you as always for watching, and I'll see you again soon with more adventures of Salad as she becomes Death, Destroyer of Worlds. See you next time!